Hoo, hoo, hoorah, Spartan warriors. Spartan warriors. Yes, you are. You are a Spartan warrior. You know, to live out here in these days, in these times, man, you gotta be a fighter. You gotta be a warrior. Take care of your family, right? So, today, let's talk about the 7 steps to success. Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? He does that on his videos. You can look those up. But I added a little twist of my own, too, to make it better. Yeah, I can make things a little better, right? So here we go. First one is belief in yourself. Oh, one thing I was told to say, my name. A lot of people don't know me. If you don't, you just know me, Spartan Warrior, Frank Gomez, that's my name. So anyway, belief in yourself. Believe in yourself, all right? Never live in fear or doubt. Why? Because doubt kills the warrior, right? Fear creates doubt, and doubt kills the warrior. Yeah, I can actually move my hand a little bit more today. See my little stitches, they go like this. I just ripped that open. Anyways, it's getting better. Thank you. What was I saying? Fear creates doubt. Doubt kills the warrior. And then if you're not a warrior, you're meek, you're laid back, you're afraid, right? And Bible says over 600 times, don't be afraid. So let's not be afraid, right? You don't need to have appreciation and accolades from anybody. You shouldn't need. Anyway, is it nice? Yeah. Maybe you feel better? Yeah, maybe you feel better about yourself. But you need to only know that you need to believe in yourself. You don't need anybody else to tell you that, right? Because the only person that you need to say anything to, or the only thing that you need to prove anything to, is yourself. You ever see Rudy, the movie Rudy? If you never saw it, see it. It is a classic. Rudy goes to, how fast, I gotta put this really quick. He goes to Notre Dame, he finally gets in, whatever, and he's doing all these practices, getting his ass kicked. Little guy, you know, little guy. And he never quits. He's always there, and he's always there, and he's always getting his ass kicked, but he's doing what he's got to do. And he makes a good friend of the maintenance guy, the head maintenance guy at the stadium. And one day, you know, finally he just quits. You know, it's the last practice, his senior year, and he's done, and he quits, and he walks back into the stadium, and his buddy sees him, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing here?" to Rudy. And Rudy says, "Well, you know, I quit." And then the maintenance dude, I forget his name, and forget the actor's name, he says to him, "Oh, since when are you the quitting type?" And he goes, "I don't know. I just quit." He goes, and then his friend goes, "Well, why? Because you didn't make the dress list. So what?" And then Rudy says, and something to the effect, he gets all emotional. He goes, "I wanted to walk out on that field or run out on that field so I can prove to everybody. I can prove to my father or my family." And he goes, and then his friend goes, the maintenance guy says, "Prove what?" This is cool. Prove what? In this lifetime, you never have to prove anything to anybody. The only one that you have to prove anything to is yourself. And if you haven't done that by now, you ain't going to do it. All right? Yeah, I know this is getting a little long, but it's important, right? Believe in yourself. God put these amazing things in us. We have to bring them out. So 2, break some rules. I'm kind of like me, right? I'm like a rebel. I don't like to do what everybody else is doing. But don't break the law, right? Break some rules, but don't break the law. Don't follow the crowd, but be different, right? Be yourself. Don't try to conform to what everybody else is doing, right? Cool. Number 3, don't be afraid to fail, right? You have to fail in life. Because if you're not failing, that means you're not stretching yourself. If you're not stretching yourself, you're not learning, right? We need to be comfortable being uncomfortable, right? We need to be comfortable failing and learning and moving forward. So you go against the grain, right? Doing what everybody else is doing, following the masses, is just going to get you what? Average. No one that I know of gets up in the morning saying, "Oh man, I wish I was average," right? Average is a dream killer. Average just is not good. Let's leave it at that. We're going to move to the next one. Avoid the naysayers, right? Avoid the naysayers. There will always be people who say you can't do things, usually because they can't do them. if they can't do them, they don't want you to do them because they don't want to get shown up that, you know, maybe they're just lazy, right? So, sorry, somebody's trying to tag in. I'm just getting them out. All right. So people will sabotage your efforts. People will be jealous of your successes, you know, and people may be just saying, look, you know, they're just trying to help you. They don't want you to fail. They're trying to make you feel better. But just remember, you got to fail to lead, to move forward. You got to fail to move forward, right? Failure is a stepping stone to success. So number 5, work like hell. Obviously, you know, doing nothing all day isn't going to get you anywhere, right? I think it was Gary Vee who said working 40 hours a week is average, right? Working 40 hours a week is just above the waterline. So you got to do something different than what most people are doing. If they're working 35, 40 hours, right, you may have to work a little bit more. But you got to be smart, man. You got to be smart about the whole thing, right? Don't just work. Work, learn, apply, adapt. Okay? Cool. Give back. This is huge. This is huge. All right? You got to give back. You know, philanthropy. Give back for what you get. T.D. Jakes, I'm going to just... I know he said this. I'm not going to say it nearly as good as he can. But T.D. Jakes said that if you don't give in return for what you get, right, then what you get will soon disappear. Something like that. Again, he says it better. But you have to give back. You can't take for the rest of your life. You can't be a taker. You can't be a leech. You can't be an engine sucker, whatever it is, right? If you want more in life, you have to give more in life. Right? And the last and final thing, I know this is getting long, last and final thing is have fun. How many of us get so tied up in working like hell, right, that we forget that part of life is having fun, right? Success isn't everything. Part of life is we need to have fun. Spend time with our spouses, our children, our family. Go do something for yourself to make you just feel a little better about yourself, you know, whatever it is. So, 7 steps of success. 1, believe in yourself. 2, break some rules. 3, don't be afraid to fail. 4, avoid the naysayers. 5, work like hell. 6, give back. And 7, have fun. So, that's it for today. All right, guys. Frank Gomez, Spartan Warriors, Mastermind. No fear, no excuses, no limitations ever. Go out there and kill it. All right? God bless. Most of all, be a blessing to someone else. Oh.